Do you agree? He agrees. Everybody agrees, but these people in Washington. All right. We're going to do that. I'm serious about it. It bothered me so much. I'd see the costs come in. They spend $900. This is not on my watch, so, you know, if it was on my watch, I would be very quiet about it. I wouldn't be talking about it. They spent $993 million on the catapults, trying to get them to work. And they had steam, which works so beautifully, and it has for 50 years, right? So we're going to go back. Seriously, fellas, I want to make that change. I'm going to do an executive order. I'm not going to let them continue to do this. They're trying to make it work. They're trying so hard, and they have something that's perfect. So we're going to go back on that and the magnets. Thank you very much. And, of course, we cannot forget the daredevils and the pilots of the famed Carrier Air Wing 5, known as Team Badman. What the hell is that all about? Who are they? They're bad. The elite air units aboard this vessel are storied squadrons like the Royal Maces, the Diamondbacks, the Argonauts, the Chippies, the Titans, the Tiger Tails, the Shadowhawks, and the Saberhawks. All great, brave people. They're all incredible. You're all incredible people. Do you know, they say, and I love it, I love aviation. I actually had a brother who was a pilot. And see, Biden used to say he was a pilot. He was a pilot. He was a truck driver. Whoever walked in, he wasn't a pilot. He wasn't much of a president either, to be honest with you. That I can tell you. That we all know. But they say the hardest thing to do is landing a plane on an aircraft carrier. You ever hear that? And great pilots can do everything. They're great pilots, but they can't do that. It's a very special talent. So the people that do that are in this room, you're a very small group of people. Tremendously talented pilots cannot do it for a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons. A lot of it's right up here. So I have great respect. The hardest thing you can do as a pilot is land. You know that this ship is so big. But when you're up there in the Pacific or the Atlantic and the waves are crashing and it's getting dark, or it is dark, which is even worse. Getting dark is better. But when you're up there, they say it looks like a little needle in the ocean. It's just a little thing, and you're landing on top. So I have great respect when I see them land. You know, 3 weeks ago they were landing and doing it beautifully. They're very, very talented people, and nobody embodies skill and nerve and swagger and the attitude like a U.S. naval aviator. So I have great respect for you all. Thank you very much. It's one of the reasons I'm here. That's why I'm here, not someone else. I didn't need this. I didn't need the whole damn job. I could have had I had such a beautiful life. But you know what? We're making America greater than ever before, and that's why I'm doing it. And we are doing numbers that nobody's ever seen, nobody ever even thought possible before. Think of it. A year ago, we were a dead country. We were like a dead country, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. There's nobody even close. It's pretty amazing, I'll tell you. None of it would be possible. All of these things that we're doing, all of the respect that we have, it's really because of people like yourself and the armed forces generally. It's amazing the job that you all do. None of it would have been possible. And all of those important missions in the Navy, the devoted members of the Food Service Division serving up to 14,000 meals every single day. How's the food? Good? They say it's good. Is it good? I hope it's good. It's probably my kind of food. I like that kind of food. But they don't get the credit they deserve. I want to just thank them very much and congratulate 14,000 meals. Let's also hear it for all the sailors holding the American flag high at Seafay, as well as the crews from the ferocious Desron 15. Desron 15. But together, the sailors here today give your very best to our nation. And as your commander-in-chief, I'm fighting every single day to ensure that we give you our very best also. We do. We do. We're giving you everything. We're giving you more than anybody's ever given. We're bringing it up to a standard that nobody's ever seen before. We're starting to make ships also part of our deal with the trade as We're starting to make ships. We used to be number one at making ships, and then we lost our way. But now we're starting to make ships again, and we'll do it very soon. It's not going to take that long, but it's a process. It's not like making a bullet. It's not like it's a big, long process. We've got it going, though, I think, in the right direction. I think within a short period of time, the Philadelphia yards, as an example, is now owned by a group that's going to be making a lot of ships, a good group of people. And we're going to be working also with Japan on making ships. We're going to make a lot of ships again. We used to think of it, we were number one. And then over the years, they just lost their way. They started making other things. They stopped making ships. So we're going to be making ships again. We've more than, think of this, $17 trillion, trillion with a T, pouring into the United States of America from all over the world. And that's the biggest number in the history of any country. And by the time, and this is in 8 months, really. We're here 9, but this is in 8 months. Over $17 trillion. As an example, the last administration did less than $1 trillion in 4 years. We did more than 17 trillion in 8 months. And I think by the time we finish up our first year, we're going to be over 20 or $21 trillion of money coming into our country. And I want to thank Japan, because Japan is making big investments into the United States, and they're very happy because the stock market's gone up very nicely. We've made Japan a lot of money. That's okay. But they're a big investor in our country, and we like that. But think of those numbers. We weren't doing it anywhere near. We were laughed at, and now they're all saying they've never seen anything like what's happened in such a short period of time. And I was just told by the Prime Minister that Toyota is going to be putting auto plants all over the United States to the tune of over $10 billion. So that's Toyota. So go out and buy a Toyota. And that's a lot to do with, because right now we have all the AI plants. We have so many things happening in the United States. And it's because of November 5th, Election Day. But it's also because of tariffs. The tariffs have been so good. We're taking in trillions and trillions of dollars. I heard them before I came up. I heard you're all on television now. They're talking to all the networks. Everybody's covering it. Look at these characters back. Look at all of them. And and they were talking about the tariffs. The tariffs have. Nobody understood tariffs like I understood tariffs, and the tariffs are having people go into our country and spend tremendous numbers like we've never seen, and that brings jobs with it. It brings jobs, it brings importance, it brings everything. It brings a strong military. It brings a lot of things to other countries. I mean, if you look at some of the deals that we did, if India was going to go to war with Pakistan, and as you go to war, we're not going to do any trade. Was going to put big tariffs on both countries, and they said, well, I guess we're not going to go to war. 2 nuclear powers, we stopped it, but we stopped a lot of wars. Tariffs, without tariffs, we wouldn't have national security like we have it. We've never had national security like we have it right now. And literally a year ago, you had very little national security. You had people that didn't have a clue. American strength is roaring back like never before, and with your help, America is respected once more, and it is respected at levels that we haven't seen before. On my first day back in the White House, I deployed the men and women of the United States military to stop the invasion on our southern border, right? It was an invasion, losing hundreds of thousands of people to fentanyl and to drugs, and now we have the most secure border in American history. For 5 months, they said no people came into